Deathwing Knights are the Dark Angel's elite close combat specialists, clad in ornate Terminator armor and wielding heirloom war gear. Tasked with crushing enemies, reclaiming forbidden secrets, and securing vital objectives, they strike with unmatched precision, teleporting into the fiercest battles. These relentless warriors break the enemy's back, ensuring total victory with their unwavering might and dedication. Hello my friends, my name is Max, and today we are going to build a Deathwing Knight from Inner Circle Task Force box and a teleport Homer beacon. As always, by the end of this video we will figure out answers for 3 simple questions. Does this mini look cool when assembled? Is it easy and fun to build it? And how does it look next to other minis? The mini we're gonna work with today is this one, number 7, and we will end with something resembling this. And we also will build one of the teleport Homer beacons. Very simple miniature, but vital for deep strike insertions. As always, let's start with the torso. We will need bits 82, 83 and 84. I have all 3 bits for the torso cleaned up, and let's see how they should be assembled. We start with the back part and the butt. They should be assembled like this. And this is our back part of the torso. And the front part should be sitting over here like this. And that is our Terminator torso so far. Next we need to assemble the legs. Let's start with the right one, 85, 86. This is my right leg. Should be assembled like this. Here we go. Now let's build the left one, 87, 88. And this is my left leg. It should be assembled like this. And this is my left leg assembled. Let's see how the right leg should be attached to the torso. Should be like this. There is a very well-defined look. Now we have the right leg in place. And the left one should be sitting over here like this. There is also a very well-defined look. And this is our pal with both legs. Next we need some additional protection, bits 89 and 90. Let's start with 89. This is my bits 89. As you can see, there is a lock here. And it should be sitting over here like this. Should be sitting like this. Hard to see, easier to fix. And our bit 89 is in place. Now we need to do the same for the bit 90. This is my bit 90. It also has a lock over here, which should be sitting on this round thing over here, which I'm gonna glue directly. And this is my bit 90 in place. We can see that this is our torso with some additional plating assembled. Now we move to the arms. Let's start with the right one, made with bits 92 and 91. We're gonna go for a great sword, 92. Let's see how the right arm bits are supposed to be sitting together. Should be along these lines. I will have to glue both the arm and this cable. And that is our right arm. We will give it some rest, and in the meanwhile we will find the left one, 94. This is my bit 94. This is a left hand. There is a handle for the shield. Should be assembled over here somehow, somewhat along these lines. Go into glue it. You can of course vary the angle of the shield. My shield has a seal over here, and the seal should be hanging roughly vertically. So I think this is gonna be my position for the hand. So the handle is almost vertical. The hand with the shield might require partial assembly. Technically, you could assemble it together the shield and the hands and the shoulder pad painted separately and then attach it to the torso. I myself don't care that much, that is why I'm doing it straight away, but you might consider assembling it separately. Now let's see how the right hand is supposed to be sitting here. I think I'm gonna do it somewhat like this, with this kind of position. So the sword is looking down. This is my hand with the sword, looking cool. Now the shoulder pads. Let's start with the right one, 96. Shoulder pad 96 contains Dark Angel symbology, and it should be sitting over here like this. Go into glue it. And that is our right shoulder pad in place. Looking very, very nice. The same goes for the left one, 97. 97 has Crook's Terminator, and it should be sitting over here along these lines. Go into glue it too. And this is my left shoulder pad in place. He looks bulky. That is pretty cool. Now they want us to put the heads in place over here. I'm gonna go with the head number 101. The reason it is head 101 is because I want him to look on his right, and I want this side to be visible with this kind of like a perforation sort of thing. Let's place this head over here. I'm gonna glue it directly. I already know where it should be. This is my desired head position. Looking very, very nice. Now we would add Tilting Shield 98 on his right shoulder pad. This is our cool looking tilting shield with some feathers. It should be sitting over here along these lines. Go in to try to glue it. And this is gonna be the position of my tilting shield. Very flimsy bit. Be extremely careful when you attach it. Alright, now we're only missing the shields, the storm shields, number 95. This is my beautiful storm shields, 95. And it should be sitting over here like this. This position is actually quite open, so in the end, you might not really require assemble it partially. However, some parts of the shoulder pad are still covered, so there's totally a judgment call of how you want to do this. I myself just glue everything together. And now we need to drop this pal on the base, 40mm base. This is my 40mm base. And that is our pal on the base. Looking very, very, very cool. But we're not done yet. We still need to build a teleport homer. We flip page, and we are looking at bits 116, 17, and 18. This is my teleport homer, and this is additional, what is it, leg or something? It should be assembled over here. Go into glue it. This is my teleport homer so far. Now we need to add bit over here. And this is where the second bit should go. Should be like this. Go into glue it. And now we need to put this teleport beacon on the 25mm base. This one. And that is our cool looking teleport beacon, the piece of technology that allows teleportation of Terminators. Otherwise they would go into battle very, very long time. And that is our miniatures, my friends. It took me roughly 35 minutes to assemble both of them. I will give it 5 service skulls out of 5 for the sheer fun of building them. It is very satisfying to assemble Terminators, especially Deathwing Terminators. They're very bulky, very heavy, looking incredibly cool. I will also give them 5 service skulls out of 5 for its ease of assembly. These minis are fairly straightforward. Apart from the mold line on the teleportation beacon on some of the smaller parts, there was nothing really challenging here. Everything was very, very straightforward and nice. The Deathwing Knight might require partial assembly with the left hand with the shield, because the shield covers some parts of the miniature. Other than that, I think everything else should be fairly easily accessible. And now let's take a look how this miniature sits next to some other minis. We start with the Deathwing Knight Master, which is a commander of the Deathwing Knights. We can see that he has a slightly more decorated armor, and his shield is more elaborate, and I think it is even larger. Yeah, it looks a bit larger. And the Calibanite greatsword is also kinda larger. I think this kind of greatswords are being used by Inner Circle companions. And the guy that we built today has a simplified power sword kind of thing. However, both of them look really cool, and you can easily see that they belong to the same army. They have really nice bits of equipment, a lot of Dark Angel symbology, really cool looking miniatures. Comparing a new Terminator to an old Terminator, you can see that Deathwing Knights are definitely taller than the firstborn Terminators. We have a captain on the right. I'm super happy with modern Primaris Terminators. They look incredibly cool. And I really hope that we will get more chapter-specific Terminators in the future, like these Dark Angel Deathwing Knights. And of course, we can compare a Deathwing Knight to a Terminator Sergeant from Leviathan box. This is a generic Terminator, not a lot of fancy stuff. We can see that the swords are pretty much of the same length. They look very similar. I think it's pretty much the same sword, more or less. The size is also somewhat the same, even though I think the Terminator Sergeant is a bit taller. He is standing on a tactical rock, but it feels like he is a little bit taller. I don't know why. They just decided to go nuts with Leviathan box and apparently made very large miniatures there. That is my suspicion. And they look very cool together. I think we're gonna assemble some of Dark Angel's Terminators. Not the Deathwing Knights, but simple Terminators, and see how they look together. And of course, it makes perfect sense to compare teleportation beacons. The one that we have built today is on the left, and the one from Leviathan box is on the right. They are surprisingly similar, apart from the fact that the one that we built today has 4 legs, and the one from Leviathan box has just 2. I have no idea why, so they only differ in this rubble underneath them. Other than that, they look exactly the same. This is really cool. It's kind of like standard equipment. And I think the angle is slightly different. If you can see carefully, I think this one on the right has a sharper angle to the ground, and this one on the left is more vertical. But other than that, they look exactly the same, and that is pretty cool. And that's a wrap for today, my friends. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It will help you to catch more content like this and support me in growing this channel. Share your thoughts on this mini in the comments below. I'm working to make my videos more helpful, and I need your inputs. Check the description of this video for a Google form link and share. What's your biggest struggle when building Warhammer 40k minis? Make sure to check the video that you see now on your screen. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.